What's up? Still Luskus. I want to do this video on different tattoos. Well, not different tattoo styles, but different tattoo artist styles. Which I mean, heavy-handed. Well, not styles actually, because they can't control it. But heavy-handed versus light-handed. Heavy-handed is when you kind of put more oomph into the machine. And light-handed is kind of like you're more, as I'd consider it to be more a feminine way. It's very like smooth and fluffy. But from what I've noticed, I have, well, the professional tattoos I've gotten, all of them except for my hand, which I just got done, was my chest and then my back. The guy was, which I love him. He was dope. I fucking love that dude. He's dope as fuck. Man, it was, my back wasn't that bad. Up here was killer though. It was a killer 45 minutes. Like I didn't even go back for touch-ups either time. Which my back, I didn't need it. But I think because I was moving so much, my chest is kind of faded a little bit. But from what I've noticed, and from what my friends, because my friends have a lot of tattoos too, what they've said is a lot of the heavy-handed artists in their experience, and well, mine too, except for my chest, is that the ink stays in better. You don't have to get it redone as often, I guess, depending on the spot. But a drawback is it's really painful. Really painful. Like, oh my god, it was bad. That actually made me not want to go to a shop again. Well, not like it didn't make me want to, but it kind of made me like dread the fact. I was like, I don't want to fucking go through that again if I don't have to. Which the nice thing is, since I moved out here, there's a shop and there's a guy and there's a woman who works there, and I got the woman. I don't know how the guy tattoos though, but man, she's very light-handed. I mean, it was fantastic. Like when I did my hand, it really hurt a lot. It really sucked because I think I'm kind of like in the middle. Sometimes I could be heavy-handed, sometimes I could be light. Whew. And I was heavy-handed when I did it, and it really fucking sucked, and my hand swelled really bad. So it made me not want to go do it, but then I was like, I don't want to have a half-assed tattoo, which is the way it is with most of mine. They aren't even finished. But when I went in, man, it was, oh my god, I wish it was like that the first time, or like every time, because I'd be getting tattooed all the time if it was like that. She made me really comfortable. It barely, like, I mean, there's like once or twice that it was like, ooh, that's uncomfortable. But I mean, as getting a tattoo on your hand, and I mean, it's like the whole hand. I mean, it's a big chunk. It didn't hurt. Like one time, it was like, like, you know, I winced, but it wasn't like I need to quit. You know, with my chest, I was like, oh my god, I want to quit. And the crazy thing is, when I did my chest, it did, you know, it was like, okay, that hurts, but it's manageable, you know. But when he did it, it was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. Which I'm being over dramatic, but that's what it was like. The pain was really intense. But with her, she's light-handed, and from what my other friends have said, light-handed, oh my god, it's like you can sit through like a breeze. It's so easy. So I mean, now, since then, I was kind of scared. Well, not scared, but I was kind of like, I don't want to go if they're hot, you know, heavy-handed, because it really hurts, and it's like a lot. Like, yeah, tattoos are a lot to deal with, pain-wise, either way, but it kind of makes it nicer, you know, when they're not like beating you with the machine. So I love, oh my god, I love light-handed tattoo artists. Oh my god. Like, oh, it's amazing. I literally was falling asleep. Like, she was doing it and I was like, oh, that's good. That's nice. But my back, it was like, oh god. And that, I was in weird positions too. It was like, oh fuck. But I mean, my chest, I was laying there, and I mean, it was like I was laying there, so you know, I could have just knocked out. and I was laying there, and like I wanted to like, and he was like over me, you know, and I wanted to like throw him. How bad it hurt! I just wanted it to stop, and I was like, okay, it was a 45-minute tattoo, which I was glad about. Um, and the crazy thing is, he was heavy-handed, but he was quick. He did my back, which my back goes from shirt line to above my you know, where pants go. Uh, I mean, a little, like, maybe 2.5 inches above my butt crack. And I mean, that one, it was 2 hours. And I don't know, I took a couple pain pills before, so it didn't hurt. But I mean, my chest sucked. But I mean, this one, maybe it was just the position because it was like, oh, my hand's laying there and, you know, doing it. But I mean, it wasn't that bad. I mean, even the ones I do on myself hurt a lot more than that. And I don't go for 2 fucking hours. I'll do like a line, take a little break, do a line, do a line, do a line, and line by line by line. Well, that's what I do now. When I first started, it was kind of just like, do as much as you can and then go over it again. That's why some of the lines are botchy. But I mean, and I love light-handed. I mean, if you could, I mean, I don't even think there's a way to find out. But I mean, if you're gonna go get a tattoo, maybe like ask, like, are you light-handed or are you heavy-handed? Because the light-handed, yeah, like this one, a lot of the color came out, but that's not maybe her fault as much as my skin. Maybe my skin made her think there was more, like in it than there was. And I mean, it's not that big a deal because I go back for touch-ups, and that's not a big deal. But I mean, with my other guy, I didn't want to go back for touch-ups because that shit hurt. But yeah, from my personal experience and from my friends, what they've said, try to get a light-handed artist because it makes it a lot easier. Yeah, it's still a tattoo. It's still gonna hurt. You have to earn it, but light-handed makes it a lot nicer to deal with, in my personal opinion. So yeah, if this helped you, that's awesome. If it didn't, cool. If you actually watched this, thank you very much. And yeah.